Hello, and a blessed Holy Saturday to you. I hope you're having a good Paschal Triduum and you're looking forward to celebrating our risen Lord tomorrow for Easter Sunday. Um, I have been enjoying my very quiet Holy Saturday, a day of quiet waiting. And I wanted to take a minute to share with you a little something I made for my grandson, my number 3 grandson, that, one second. Oh my goodness, excuse me, that often spends the weekends with me. Um, I don't know if you recall, but I had made some little pocket bears for my coworkers and gave those to them. And I bring one with me. That's my zipper unzipping um, in my bag wherever I go. And my grandson found it one day when we were at church, and he pulled it out. I have pens in here, a bunch of colored pens, and he was grabbing one to use for his mass journal, where he writes down what he's learned at mass and things like that. And anyway, he pulled one out and he found the original, the prototype pocket bear, and he goes, "Ooh, a pocket bear." I'm like, okay. And then he like played with it. It became his comfort animal during the rest of the mass. And then I was like, "Oh, do you want one of those?" And he goes, "Yeah, I want one." And then he told me the colors and stuff. And I had a hard time finding the colors. So anyway, he was waiting. He was waiting patiently. And then the following week, he pulled out this prototype again, and this time I looked over, and he's got it attached to the little clip of this pen. This is the favorite color pen he likes to use, and he's just writing away in his mass journal with this little pocket buddy going along for the ride. It was the cutest thing. And so I knew then that he really did really wanted one of his own. So I asked him, okay, then what colors, we had talked about it before when he originally said it, what colors exactly do you want? And he had said um, grass green, sea blue, and lava red. Okay, so you can see why I was having trouble finding a fabric with all those colors in it. I finally ended up going to a store called Grace Company, a little quilt store. And this is Grace Company. And I found some fabrics. I went to I went to the ladies at the front desk and I said, "Help me. I need this fabric." Um, and they took me to what they had. They didn't have a whole lot of red, and especially not like a lava red. This was um, this was the only red that was even close to lava, and it's okay. It's a nice one, but I don't know. I wasn't real sure about the pattern, the design on it. So, and then I was like, "What about sea blue and grass green?" And they said, "Well, this one maybe. I mean, that looks like a lagoon blue, maybe ocean blue, kind of. Um, and for grass green, you can see this. I mean, grass isn't really like that kind of green. I don't know. This one had the blue and the green in one fat quarter, one color. I mean, one fabric. I can't speak today. Yeah, and then they had this one that has that. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? I don't know. I don't know which one. And they said, well, you know what? What if? And then once I were to pick the fabric, or fabrics, how was I going to join them together so that they would be this? Because each of these this is a one piece bear, right? I mean, it's a one fabric for each side. These happen to be the same sides, same fabrics, but front fabric, back fabric. I was going to try to work with 3 fabrics because they didn't have anything that had all 3 colors in one single fabric. Sad me. So they said, well, why don't you do maybe a patchwork kind of, and then make the bear from that. But I mean, this little guy is so tiny that I wasn't sure that a patchwork would work. I would not be able to do it justice because I'm not that great at it. So I was hoping, really hoping, to get a fabric that had all three colors in it and make it nice and simple to go with my skill level. Okay, let's be honest here. And then they said, well, what about if you just find, because really I wasn't really keen on this one. So they said, what if you just use one of these or two of these, one for the front, one for the back, or patch it together so that it's top half, bottom half, or side by side, blue and green, and then just use lava red ribbon. And I said, oh, maybe. So anyway, obviously I bought all of them because that's how I am. And then I asked him, I said, hey, what do you want me to use? And he chose this one because that has the sea blue and the grass green in there. Okay, so, and then I said, all right. And then I had red ribbon, and I don't know where I put it now. It's somewhere on my messy. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Red ribbon. Okay. And so his one stipulation, other than the colors, God bless him, was that his bear needed to have eyes because he says, I want him to be able to see. And so he has to have eyes. Now, I do not know how to sew eyes, and I'm thinking he might have been thinking the plastic eyes like I put in these bears, right? But obviously that big old eyeball was not going to work on these tiny little bears. Okay, no, not going to work. So challenge again. So anyway, I said, that's it. He's coming over. Like, he'll be here in a couple hours. He's coming over this weekend for Easter. And so I want to give it to him. He's waited long enough. I want to give it to him. So here's what I made for our little guy. Ta-da! I hope he likes it. I tried to figure out, how that pattern would go because it was like this. Whoop. It's this, here we go, this kind of pattern right here, right? So really pretty, but I wanted to figure out how I could get all of the colors, both colors, whatever, in here. And so that's what I did. He got a blue head. It looks like he's kind of wearing an outfit almost, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so I did that. And there's the back, almost similar. And then there's his little ribbon tied on there. And I did try sewing eyes, like embroidering eyes on. Did not work for me. Couldn't do it. So I ended up painting them. I have paint pens, acrylic paint pens. I mean, it's not fabric paint, but it's what I had. Okay. So there's his little face. And when I put the eyes on, I was like, oh, he needs some kind of expression. So I gave him a little nose and mouth. So there's the finished bear. And I really hope that my grandson likes it. I think it's super cute. Yeah, I sure do. And I know some people are going to be like, why didn't you put the little white, the little glistening gleam of white in the eye? And my answer is because I would get it wrong and the bear would be ruined. And then I'd be sad. My grandson would be sad. We'd all be sad. And the poor bear would also be sad. So we're just going to leave it like that. And there we go. Ta-da. Yeah. And yeah, I did not sew his little ears. I figured that probably wouldn't matter. The bears that I made for my coworkers also do not have the ears sewn. It's just like this. And I kind of like that. Feels real good in the hand if you want it as a comfort animal. So whatever. But I hope he likes it. Anyway, so there's that. And let's see, what else do I have for you today? Oh, at Grace Company, they have those little impulse buys at the register. Well, my grandson likes to sew, and I always get worried, like with those, he likes to use those industrial tape measures, you know, the ones that are square and they're metal, and you whatever, you know, they go out and they'll stay, and then you push the lever or whatever and it'll retract, and I'm like, oh, that's a that's a major cut waiting to happen. I know, yeah, but I saw these at the counter. Look it, it's a little snail. Can you see it? His little snail face there. Oh, what? And it's a little cloth. Here, this way, I guess. Tape measure. And it has centimeters and inches. And you can push the little button right there, the little blue button. And it comes back, it retracts. And I don't have to worry about him getting sliced or anything like that. So, plus it's like this. And he loves the color blue. So it was perfect. And I got it for him. And he actually already saw this last time he came over and he loves it. So there we go. So anyway, that was my gotta get it done project for this weekend. And yeah, so again, there's prototype and there's the new guy, and I really hope he likes it. So I just hope you guys have a wonderful Easter. Remember, the Easter season just begins tonight with Easter Vigil, and lasts, well, the octave of Easter lasts for 8 days. And then the whole season of Easter lasts 50 days till Pentecost. So yeah, let's celebrate our Lord's resurrection for the whole 50 days. God bless you and your family. Thank you for stopping by.